Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene she's mad. She is mad that people decided to criticize her for speaking at a white nationalist conference. So that would mean, of course, that she's mad at me. Oh no! I'm really concerned. Now, the Georgia representative then did what all well-adjusted adults do. She took to Twitter and rage tweeted. In fact, here's a couple of them. In defending herself, she said, and this is a speech, and I already showed you the video of what she had talked about and where she was. This was the conference with Nick Fuentes, again, very big white nationalist. She said, I gave the same consistent America First message at every event to everyone, regardless of their identity or ideology. I said nothing wrong and have always denounced racism and anti-Semitism. Always will. Evil, hateful statements are not America First and don't belong. I've always stood up against and denounced anti-Semitism. Really, really. It says the lady who blamed forest fires in California on Jewish space lasers. Yes, yeah, oh yes, very much so, yes. Now, and that's not all, by the way. She said a lot of very weird anti-Semitic stuff. In 2018, for example, she shared an anti-refugee video, because of course, that claimed that an unholy alliance of leftists, capitalists, wait a minute, that's like oil and water right there when you're mixing leftist and capitalists, Zionist supremacists, once again, leftists. Let me just break this down here for a second, okay, of how unlikely this is. Try to get leftists and capitalists together, well, that's already a very difficult sell. And then you're going to try to get leftists and Zionists as well together? No, not going to happen. Nope. Very, very unlikely. Very unlikely. Wow. Okay, anyway. And the reason I say that, of course, is that if you think leftists will work with either of those groups, leftists don't even like each other. We really don't. There is so much insane infighting on the lefty side. We will fracture over just about anything. And that's why we don't win. Okay, anyway. So let's move on that, right? So she says that this very unlikely alliance got together to promote immigration and miscegenation with the deliberate aim of breeding us out of existence in our own homeland. So now, who is us? Well, obviously, white people. Yeah, of course. Now, what is that? What is the theory here? That's literal great replacement theory. That's an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. A very old one, too. They allege, the conspiracy theory alleges that Jewish people are organizing and orchestrating the mass migration of non-whites into predominantly white countries in order to wipe out the populations. It says that those supporting the refugees are using quote-unquote immigrant pawns to commit the biggest genocide in human history. So she buys into great replacement. Fun. She has also repeated anti-Semitic lies against George Soros. So now, George Soros, that claim is that, oh no, Soros, during the Holocaust, he helped the Nazis. He turned against his own people and went to the Nazis. He was a child. And again, there's absolutely no evidence that he had worked with Nazis. He's literally Jewish. Come on, dude. Ridiculous. Complete and utter ridiculous lie. And here's the thing, right? So I'm not a fan of George Soros. I don't dislike him. I don't really like him. I don't really care. I'm ambivalent. And here's the thing, right? So he does fund a lot of liberal causes. But he's also a big fan of the right-wing government of Israel. So, you know, not a fan of that. Not a fan of right-wing governments anywhere in the world. And so As well as that, look, money in politics is a big problem. Doesn't matter where the money is coming from. In this case, Soros donates a lot of money to the Democrats, and so do a lot of other billionaires, right? My point is, I don't want any of their money in there. I don't want Leon Cooperman's money, which goes mainly to Republicans, and some Democrats. I don't want Charles Koch, his money in our political system. I don't want any billionaire money in the political system. Money corrupts. Money corrupts politicians. Get it all out and have publicly funded elections. That's it. I don't want any billionaire donors, and it doesn't matter their political leanings, doesn't matter their ethnicity. No, their money has an outsized influence in our political system. And so let's get it all out. Let's get it all out. Now, that said, Marjorie Taylor Greene has bought into weirdo stuff. Like, QAnon. Now, what's QAnon? It's essentially blood libel. That's what it is. And so now, the thing about that too, at the conference that she had spoken at, right? Well, remember the guy Nicholas Fuentes, the guy who basically led this. He's the leader of the Groypers, right? The Groyper Army, which sounds incredibly creepy. During that time, when before she was speaking, he had praised both Hitler and Putin. So I don't know, man. Sure, but hey, I don't agree. Anti-Semitism. No, I called it out. Oh yes, hate, anti-Semitism, racism. I call it all. Okay, yeah, I call it all out. No, she does not. She has promoted and encouraged it. And by the way, if you're blindly being pro-Israel, that doesn't make you shielded from charges of anti-Semitism. In fact, a lot of members of the far right only support the country, the nation of Israel, because of the weird end times prophecy. In that, of course, all the Jewish people go to Israel. Somehow that makes Jesus come back. Jesus comes and then kills every Jewish person except for the people who convert to Christianity. And so, that's the reason why a lot of these right-wingers, these people who are very far right, support the country of Israel. And there are, of course, other reasons. Perhaps their hatred of Muslims overtakes their hatred of Jewish people, their anti-Semitism. And so there's all sorts of different things like that. But generally, very strange. Okay, now, that said, let's move on. This is the fun part about her rant, okay? She said the media went into hyper mode to rub more fake smears across my face with their lies in the headlines and truth in the last paragraph tactics, but never even asked my district's GOP chair for a comment. They don't care what people think. They just want to control what they think. Oh, yes. They're rubbing the fake smears across my face. She's been bukkakied with fake news. Hey, look, I didn't say that. Did I say that? I didn't say that. No. Strike that from the record. Look, okay. It's very, very weird stuff, okay? The mental imagery from the right wing, it's always unintentionally or maybe intentionally sexual. I don't know. I mean, you listen to it, it's like, oh, yeah, I can't believe they're ramming the gay agenda down our throats. I'm not gonna let you ram it down my throat. Oh my God. You smeared it across my face. All over my face. It's very weirdly, like, the amount of, like, homoerotic conspiracies coming from the right wing. It's very suspicious. They're always talking about the gay agenda. You know, very, very strange stuff. And of course, Charlie Kirk.
Sexual anarchy.
Yeah, talking about the sexual anarchy. There's sexual anarchy. That's what's going on, because they're smearing it all over our face. And of course, they talk about the pounding, Palin. Oh, they keep pounding sex. Oh, yes, yeah, oh, yeah, They're oddly fixated on what people do in the bedroom. It's very, very telling, yes. They're talking about the trans agenda, the gay agenda, they're focused on that, and what kind of sexual acts that they keep trying to ban. And yet, what's ironic is the stuff that they try to ban, they're the ones that get caught engaging in it in like public bathrooms. It's very, very strange. It's very bizarre. And so, you know, I don't know. That's why this comment just really kind of stood out. Very, very strange. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like they're so repressed that they can't help but like just accidentally verbalize it. Just kind of slips out. What are you gonna do?